Hey, I'm Mike Killen from Devon Digital Design. I just wanted to answer a quick question. It's a question I'm asked all the time. So what does a web designer do? Well, isn't that the £1,000,000 question? In truth, it needs to be split into two questions. It's probably the most common question I'm asked, but in reality, what people are actually asking is either A, what is the difference between a website developer and a website designer? Or B, what am I going to get out of a website project? So to answer the excellent question, let's take a look. So A, what is the difference between a web designer and a web developer? Well, a web designer very basically focuses on the front end of the website. What do customers look at? How do people interact with the site? A designer is focused on keeping a reader and a user interested and then directing them to a call to action or a next step that's needed. For example, a designer might make the homepage look interesting and make the reader understand what the site is about in a short space of time. It then becomes clear to the user that the next thing to do is click on the More button or the download link. A web developer, on the other hand, is concerned with the back end of the system, from the databases and the programming of how the site actually works. A developer takes designs and turns them into a product. They're also concerned with the actual functionality of the website. However, there are lots of other satellite functions like mail scripts to scrolling effects. There is a fine line between the two jobs, and frankly, most people are blurring that line more and more. Design is not something people can or can't do. It takes a lot of work to learn, but some people are more inclined towards a designer's way of thinking. For example, I myself started as a pure developer. The design was given to me as a series of wireframes and Photoshop images. In fact, my first ever content management system, which was also an e-commerce and invoicing platform, was totally built from scratch, literally designed from the ground up. And it's still in use today. Maybe I'll release it soon. But as I learned more about marketing, I realized that a call to action, or a CTA, could be positioned to become more effective if the web page was designed to direct the user there or to that call to action. So I now use WordPress as my development tool. It's super robust, really open. If I need to make changes, I can. The way the development work and time is cut down, I can still use hard code, but being able to rely on a proven development platform really cuts down on time. So the other aspect is B, what am I actually getting out of a website project? So development or design aside, ultimately, what do you want out of this website? Well, your website needs to achieve one of two things: either to position you as a trusted source of information, or to sell your product online there and then. That is it. Both direct to a final call to action, which is either buying or calling you up. That's it. You can encourage engagement and get other people to share the page and blah blah blah, but really, in order to make a living from your website, it either needs to position you as a trusted source of information or allow users to buy your product there and then. This is really why I call myself a digital marketer over a web designer or web developer. I'll be honest, there are some designers and developers out there who are heads and tails better than me, but what I find is that I'm more concerned with what your customers want and how to deliver that. Does your website give you a platform to be seen as a trusted source of information, or is it a sales platform? It can be both. Keep it simple and think about reducing the number of steps it takes for a customer to reach that conclusion. Anyway, my name is Mike Killen, and remember to download my free ebook on finding and keeping high quality customers. The link's below. I'm from Devon Digital Design.